Hey guys, welcome back. We're here in Middle-earth once again. We're here with some more Rise of Mordor for you today, and we have a brilliant 4v3 for you to show off today. And this is a really good one, and we're on the map Barad Gathernan, or however you pronounce it. I definitely butchered that name. But yeah, we have 3 defenders here today against 4 attackers. We have some really strong factions here on both attack and defense, and yeah, we'll kind of just get straight into it. If you're enjoying seeing Rise of Mordor on the channel and would like to see more, as always, guys, do feel free to leave a like, subscribe when you're on here, and a comment to show your support, as always. But yeah, we have, on the defense, we have Mordor, who is currently just engaging against some Wooden Realms. So there you go, there's one of the attackers as well that you know about. And we also are being joined by Gondor and Imladris are here on the defense. So we've got some pretty strong factions. A bit strange to see Mordor allying up with some good factions, but you know, that's this weird world of Rise of Mordor for you. But we've got a bit of a carry sally out here, and these guys are going flying on in. And this is Imladris going after Rohan by the looks of it. Taking out some axe stains. Looks like he's going all the way back with his yeomen of the mark, going after archers with his really elite cavalry here. He needs to be careful to keep us alive. This is good cav, and it seems like Rohan might be able to contain us pretty well. He's getting up some Erling men at arms, and he looks like he's going to be able to just throw them on in. And yeah, this cavalry, I mean, I say it's sort of like it's not been well, I don't know actually. This one might be in a bit of trouble here. The back unit is getting chased down by Prince Theodred, the general himself of Rohan here today, and the other one's got out with 26 men left. That's not that healthy to prepare. This is a very expensive unit. You want to get your money's worth out of these cav. Like, they cost like 1,600 each. So this is expensive cav that you don't want to be throwing away. And it looks like one of them may be getting well, actually maybe both of them may be getting trapped here by the general. If they can take out Rohan's general, that would be very good, but that's unlikely. He's a very fresh general. You can see spears and axes and all sorts coming up. I don't think that sally out was really worth it. Also, it was really easy to tell that it was coming because they had a long way to cover. Rohan could see whatever was coming from a long way off. There was a sally out earlier as well on the other side. Gondor did the same over on this side with a single unit of Gondor cavalry, and he charged after some dwarves, and this is the damage he did. He killed 2 dwarves. I think that was about it. Oh, he killed a few more back there. So maybe he got a few, but it wasn't really worth it. Dwarves just really aren't who you want to be charging with cavalry. But yeah, so we have on the attack anyway. We've been a bit distracted by sally outs. We have Rohan, obviously, the Wooden Realm here. We have Thranduil and his kin, and we also have Isengard, and we have Erebor, obviously. So we have an evil faction on both sides. Maybe it's like I don't know, like Saruman and Sauron have had a falling out, and they've both got their own evil, like their own good factions to fight on either side. Like they've decided that like who they want to back them in their agenda, sort of thing. So Sauron was like, you know what? I'm gonna go and get I'm gonna get Elrond, and I'm gonna go get Aragorn, and I'm gonna get all their crew to go and fight for me. And then Saruman was like, you know what? I'll get the dwarves, I'll get Thranduil, and I'll get Theoden, and they can all come and chill and fight with me. I don't know, some weird scenario going on in today's battle, but I love it. You gotta love it. But yeah, this one was a replay I got on the Rise of Mordor Discord. Yeah, if you've got any new Rise of Mordor replays for me that you'd like for me to show off, then feel free to send them to my Discord. But if not, then feel free to join the Rise of Mordor Discord if you haven't already, because you find out all the new stuff that's going on with the mod there. And they have a really great community. It's a huge community now, and it's a really great place to be. So I definitely go and check them out. I'll leave a link to both Discords in the description. Yeah, Lasgard and spears on the wall here. A bit of a bold move. I mean, Elven spears are good, but I don't think they're going to break through. Lasgard and blades getting cut down by Noldorian swords, and they're getting focused down in the back by Uruk archers. That's definitely not a good mix. But it's good to be back in Middle-earth. Do love this. Do love the Rise of Mordor mod. And look at these guys. They're getting cut down. These poor Lasgard blades getting cut down. I mean, what have we got going on over here? Cavalry coming flying up. Don't know why. I mean, they've got a lot of cavalry. Have Rohan. I mean, this is, and by a lot, I mean this is a very expensive cavalry unit. Like Knights of the House of Earl, I don't know if they're really going to be needed in this one. I mean, maybe if they can get some good charges down here, maybe. This is a good area for cav, I will admit, but got to break through first. I mean, numbers obviously going to be against the attackers. It's 8,000 versus 5,900. But call it 6k. So, I mean, there's about 2,000 mana disadvantage. But you could say that Rohan being here is a hindrance. But then Mordor, equally, is not the strongest faction in the world. Not yet, anyway. Relying on its trolls. Waiting on those trolls to arrive. One day. But yeah, Erebor battling with Gondor on the wall here. I mean, this is a fight that Erebor's going to win. Hand over fist every time. Like, these... I mean, Gondor infantry's good, but it's not quite Erebor Axe Warrior good. And I mean, like, Erebor's, like, armies they can bring when they have, like, 20k plus, or even, like, less than that, like, 18k plus, are scary. You usually see just, like, armies full of Erebor Axe Warriors, like Iron Guard, all sorts of shock and swords, like, all sorts of different combinations, whatever you want. Really, and they can bring some elites. I've got Gondor infantry's waiting here. I guess they're waiting for Erebor to land more troops. I mean, they seem to be doing a bit better down here to the defenders. They're doing a really good job, actually. Lasgarland Blade's losing again here. Lasgarland Blades just can't deal with these shock infantry. Like, they're getting cut down, these poor... I mean, these are spears, actually. So no wonder. Spears don't do well against shock infantry. Fact. Uruk Throng here, though, are starting to lose. I mean, that is going to be the issue, is Mordor. Mordor's got numbers, which is probably why, like, there's only, like, a 2,000 man difference instead of more being a 4v3, because Mordor's here. And Mordor's got hundreds of troops. Thousands of troops. But yeah, their quality troops is not great. But they'd be a good match for Rohan. Like, Mordor could beat Rohan with his Uruk Throng. Over here, what's... Oh, we got cavalry that's charging. Okay, so yeah, Rohan's made a breach. As in the gate's come... I think he's knocked down the gate. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, he's broken the gate. And they've been doing some cycle charges over here. Oh, we've got some Servants of the Eye ready as well. And this isn't a general Servants of the Eye. This is... So clearly Mordor has been spending the big bucks. And here you go, cavalry coming in. I guess this is the reason they want to bring the Knights of the House of Earl. I mean, they're going to fly through, but they're going to get caught in combat, I would have thought. They're going to try and pull through this combat. I mean, there's a lot of elves and orcs in the way. They're going to try and pull through that. And now there's cavalry here. This cavalry will only do better in melee. So these Knights of the House of Earl just need to get out of it. They just need to get out. They are... Wrong time for them. Best thing they could do, get more towers onto the wall, take the walls, and then they can focus down with archers into this choke point down here. And they could easily turn this around. I mean... You see over here, like, Mordor is just going to beat Rohan, which is really good for the defenders. Depends who you're rooting for. Who are you rooting for? Let me know in the comments. I'm kind of rooting for the defenders a little bit because of the underdogs. They are in a 4v3. But I'm trying to be unbiased. But, I mean, this is really good. This is like the matchup that Mordor wants. It's a face Rohan because he can beat them. I've done it myself. Like, Uruk Throng will beat any of the Rohan infantry, really. Apart from maybe guards of the Golden Hall. Yeah, that's going on anyway. That is going on. What's going on the rest of the map then? So it seems like Lasgarland Blade's been broken here by the shock infantry. That's kind of what we saw going on earlier. Lasgarland Spear's been broken here. They look like they're being shot to pieces by Uruk Archers, which, I mean, Uruk Archers, a lot of people say Uruk Archers aren't that great. They're actually, obviously, it's not going to be as great as, like, say, elves or men. But they have numbers. There's 200-man units. It's kind of like Rohan. Rohan's kind of the same. He's got really large units for, like... I mean, his Garrison of the Hornburg's 140, but like his, he had Yeomen of the Mark somewhere, here they are, 170. There's a similar sort of case there, in that they will just overwhelm you with arrows, and they're kind of doing that right now. I mean, what have we got down here? We've got Guards of the Teeth down here already, being committed. Wow. Kind of surprised. Kind of surprised already that Guards of the Teeth have been thrown in. I mean, what else have they got really over here? They've got more Uruk Throng. They are kind of a bit short and stuff here, to be fair. This is kind of a bit of an outpost. And we've got pikes down here as well. Wow. Okay, so yeah, a lot of pikes on here. No wonder Rohan is like focusing down and using a lot of ammo in this area. He is just going to wreck these Guards of the Teeth. But yeah, Rohan is going to need more infantry in there, I imagine. He also, like I said, he just needs to land stuff on the walls. He needs to just do other stuff. He's also having a rough time over here with his axe stains. Yeah, I mean, the Wooden Realms was having a pretty rough time across the entire front. Only Erebor, I'd say, has had an okay time. And Isengard's barely committed, which maybe was like part of his plan. I don't know. Let everyone else go in first. Maybe Saruman was like, send in all the allies first, then let the Isengard troops go in. But Berserker's cutting down Citadel Guard on the wall. I wouldn't really put Citadel Guard on the wall. Wouldn't have been where I'd want to have them. I'd want them in a choke point. It's where they do well. They're going to use their shields more effectiveness. Because right now they're getting cut down by Berserkers. I mean, not a good matchup. They're seeing this quite a lot. I mean, in fairness, that's the issue when it comes to defending a wall. You don't really get to choose what's going to face you. You're just going to have to face what comes over that wall. Like, whatever it is. Either you stand your ground, or you retreat because you don't like what's going to face you on the wall, and you give up the wall. So it's kind of, it's not really easy because, yeah, you stand your ground, you die in that scenario, or you retreat. I mean, to be fair, the Citadel Guard have nowhere they can go. They're in a bit of trouble there. Erebor Spear Guards have gone through the cave. They destroyed another. They've been using rams a lot in this game. I never really fancy rams because of the oil. But Erebor Spear Guards, they're battling in here with the Gondor Spears of... and we've got a good cavalry charge. I did not see this coming. This is this really beat up Gondor cavalry that I didn't show you at the beginning, just charging into more Spear Guard. I think that's how it got whittled down so quickly, just charging the Spear Guard. They need to get out of there now. Though it is Spear Cav, they do okay in melee for a little bit, but I'd rather just do cycle charges. They are also, again, just charging dwarves. It's just like one of the worst options, I think. Dwarves are so hard to kill. Yeah, Gondor's still battling on the walls here with the dwarves. I mean, it's out of the three, maybe it's the one that you want to have to fight the dwarves, but honestly, it's a tough one to say. I mean, Imladris might have the numbers to be able to take him on, but I mean, they'd have the quality, but would they have the numbers? That's the question. Dwarves kind of have that, like, quite fine mix of quality and numbers. Like, their units aren't, like, ridiculously small, but, like, some of them are pretty big. I mean, their elites are pretty small, and like 100 men. Erebor Spear Guards are at, like, 115. It's pretty good. Pretty good size. Over here, anyway, I'm whittling on. Orc Pillagers cutting down Rohan. Poor Rohan. They're having a rough old time here. I do love their colours, though. Sounds like a tower's been destroyed. Oh, they've taken the gates. Kind of surprised. How did they manage that? Did they just run around all of these troops? I think they might have. Yeah, they look like they've just run through a lot of these troops here. So they've got the other side of these pikes and these polearms. These polearms, sorry, in polearms and shock infantry, not pikes. Where did the pikes go? Did they retreat? Yeah, they decided to retreat the guards of Imladris. Probably was a smart idea. They're going to need to keep some sort of elite pikes for the final stage. I mean, Rowan's are already having to commit his elite infantry, the guards of the Golden Hall, which do look amazing. They really do. There you go. I mean, the guards of the Golden Hall, I think they're starting to waver and break. Yeah, and you've got cavalry down here. They're just routing some of these other guards of the Golden Hall. I mean, doing a pretty good job. You've got Uruk Throng down here as well, clearing up. I mean, Rowan's nearly out of troops, in fairness. He's kind of got his arch. Everything else is on the walls. Everything he's committed for Rowan is on the walls. And look at this. The attackers are all, like, pinned in this one area. Like, the Woodland Realms all but gone. I don't know if, like, the rest of his troops just decided to come around here. I have no idea what happened to the Woodland Realm, but the Woodland Realm is out, basically. He's got a... Oh, that's a Rohan onager. We've got a Woodland Realm onager here, which is down to 1 out of 4 crew. What happens to all these onagers? Did they just get sniped by opposing arty? I think they did. Look, yeah. bet this onager here has been sniping them. Yeah, it looks like the Wooden Realms will orbit out as well. Whether they've lost their gen, I am not sure. No, they might be back here actually. Yeah, Wooden Realms brought the rest of his army around here. So he's got Hall Guardians and some archers left. So this is going to be tough on the attackers. Because they're going to be attacking on one front. And that's it. Though they have managed to get Thranduil's Elven King in here. And they're doing some bits here. Gondor archers, sorry. Fighting off against some Erebor archers. Some Erebor. Some dwarves in the Red Mountains, aren't they? This Elven King is going in deep in enemy lines. He's trying to silence Gondor archers over here. We've got some Founding Guard that have made their way up. Oh boy, the elites are here. These are the elite pikes of them all. They look awesome. They really do, as always. These guys look beautiful. Oh, and that's a really healthy and a lot of ammo left. Gondor archer. Why he pulled out that Elven King? I don't know. He would have still been able to hit this Gondor sword infantry hard. I remember the days of the Elven King used to be overpowered, and now I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. I think now the archers are just so strong. The Elven King can kind of get focused on quite quickly. He still looks glorious, though. He still does look glorious. He's going to try... I don't know what he's trying to do. He's going to capture a point? Might do. Look at that unit. It looks beautiful. But anyway, let's get back to the battle instead of admiring units. And it seems like there's a bit of a rout going on over here. Uruk-hai infantry's on a break, but a lot of Gondor troops on the walls breaking as well. So this is good for the attackers. And we also have the Gondor spears breaking in the gate. So soon there'll be a fresh wave of attackers coming through this gate. And it seems like it'll be led by a mix of Uruk-hai infantry and berserkers will be the first to go through. Tower's been destroyed. That bodes well. I think it must be these towers here. It must be these ones. No, it's not. It's this one. Oh, wow. So the Elven King's actually taking time to destroy towers. Is that really worth the time of the Elven King? He might be just better just running around just chasing Uruk archers down, silencing his catapult, which has got so much ammo left. Oh, my. And it's moving. It is moving. I would be putting up some pikes or something to get in the way of this. Like these Noldorian swords. I get summoned back. This artillery could be huge. Oh, let's dismount the crew. Get the Orc Throng. Get the Orc Throng. They can sacrifice themselves. This Elven King, though, is very, very close. Look, the Sons of the Eye here, the General of Mordor. He's coming up. No, he should have gone for it. I think he should have gone for this charge. Got at least a charge onto the Onager. What's it to lose? All he's doing is losing more troops. He's going to charge this poor little Orc Throng here, though. That's unfortunate for those poor Orcs. Yeah, I don't know how many... I mean, you see they lose a lot more men now. Like, they lost 1 or 2 in that charge. Still really strong, though, as Elven King. It's a good unit. And it seems like they cleared up everything that kind of, like, was down here defending the gate, really, of the attackers. I keep thinking the defenders are the guys in yellow and blue a bit occasionally. Because I'm kind of rooting for them, and that's, like, the colour of the good. Or, like your allies, anyway. Like, you and your allies. But, no, the red is all the defenders. And they are in retreat. And numbers-wise, it's now 4,300 against 3,900. It is very close now. In comparison, you got to remember that at the beginning of this battle, it was about 2,000 man disadvantage for the defenders. Now, it's about 400 man disadvantage. They've turned it around really well. And if they carry on like this, I mean, they'll be fine. They're gonna win it. But obviously, they're running out of ammo. In some areas like archers, they've like gotten through a lot of their like pikes and shock infantry. Like Imladris has burnt a lot of these shock infantry on there. That's all pillagers there, so that's a bad sign. But yeah, I don't know how much Imladris got left in the way of like shock infantry. He's got one here that's like half strength. Got another one here that's very beaten up. He's got more back here. I've seen better days. He's got his general, which is healthy though. He's got some elite. Well, I say elite. He's got some fresh archers here. They are elites, I guess, because they are the elves. But yeah, he's got plenty of archers left. Wow. Okay, yeah, they are prepped for a last stand. And obviously he's got the guards and ladders. Now he needs to get the Found Guard back. Gondor's spears hopefully can get back, but this is not good. Mordor's general is deep in enemy lines now. Like, I mean, these were once his lines. They are not anymore. This is now the attacker's territory. And they're in a real bit of trouble here. I mean, they're going to hit this berserker. This is really good. But, I mean, again, there's another shock, like, melee cavalry that used to be really, really strong. Summon to the eye. I don't know. And it used to be that Elven King could take out Summon to the eye one by one. If they came one by one, they take them out every time. We'll see, I guess, now whether that could be the case. These berserkers losing decisively. Yeah, they may be in trouble now. This general, I don't know how much Mordor's really got left, but Mordor's morale when he loses a general is never good, and that's not a good sign for the defenders. This could be a big changing moment in the battle. And we've got spears coming from Erebor as well, just to confirm this. Like, Elven King is not going anywhere. It's like a backstop. If this moves, and Mordor's general can escape, but as long as it stays here, it'll be fine. I mean, they're doing just fine. 36 out of 50. Yeah, they should be okay. And they managed to break some Uruk-hai infantry somehow. And they got the shock infantry out. I don't know if this was really worth it. Don't know what they were trying to do with this. There's some Gondor swords that are going to stay on the wall. Are these Pelargir Marines that have been left up here? If that's a shame, if there is. I think it is. Oh, my boys. And I love the Pelargir Marines for some reason. I don't know what it is about them. It's just a really cool unit. I can't wait until they redo all the Fief units. I don't know if you've seen that. That's another thing on the Rise Mordor Discord you can see. They're redoing all of the Fief units for Gondor. And there you go. That's going to be Mordor's general dead. That is Mordor's general. Yeah, he's wavering now. I guess they just don't care about the unit. I'd make sure it routes Woodland Realm. I'd make sure it routes that 22 Summons to the Eye later on could be huge. Oh no, they're fully gone. They're down. And those Pelargir Marines are now also dying as well. It's a shame. They still had some Javies. They could have been useful. But yeah, as you can see, there's still a lot of defenders to get through. Like there's quite a lot here, but I mean, how much of it's Mordor? Mordor's is a bit concerning. There's Uruk Throng here. Guards of the Teeth. They may be okay. Summons to the Eye. This is a. Why did he not send this Summons to the Eye out if he was going to go and do some mad stuff? Like, keep your general alive, son. That's what I would be doing. But oh well, we'll see. They've got a lot. It seems like they're going to defend this outer layer first, then they're going to fall up. That should be okay then. I mean, and it looks like it's still about 400 man difference. Call it about 350 now. So they've kind of closed the gap a little bit, but I mean that could change really quickly now. Mordor could just break at any moment, and that could be a huge loss in infantry. But Gondor's looking pretty damn fine, is what I'm going to say. In this sunlight, they look awesome. And the Fountain Guard, these guys have been beaten up. I don't know how many, if they've taken any, like if they actually killed anyone. I would get these guys back. They're also looking the wrong way. They're inviting to be shot in the back. Those Uruk-hai crossbows, I'm sure, would never throw away that sort of chance. But yeah, this is the final stand. It's a pretty tough place to assault, to be fair. I've done it many a time myself. Most times it's come down to the wire. You usually have to push up here, around this slope, and go up. And you're usually faced by a host of archers, and in this case as well artillery. Often there is artillery up here, and they just bombard anything that hits this line that's sort of defending here. This is a little bit far up, I would have thought. I would have possibly I mean, I do see a lot of players defend this spot, but I would maybe defend a little bit further back, because you can actually sneak all the way around here. I never knew this until one of the more recent times I played it. You can sneak all the way around here. So like actually defending here, you can get rear charged. Like those guys in the Ladris are actually kind of vulnerable. They do have reserves obviously set up. Moldorian swords. I wouldn't really have these guys so close because they could just get shot. Everything here could get shot. I'd put some Gondor swords in to mix with these guys in Ladris. Make it a little bit tougher for the attackers to shoot them, or put some spears in there, one or the other. But I would not be leaving pikes. I would be pike stacking at this point. I know it's a cheesy strat, but it's an effective strat and it works. And same on the other side. I mean, this is the other spot you have to assault as well, up this slope here. And usually you face pikes. And usually there's deployables here as well, so it's usually a pain. But they haven't gone with any deployables. It's, that's at least kind of the defenders. But yeah, look at this. Like, the other Subs of the Eye is now desperately chasing down the, like, Elven King. I don't see why. The Elven King's kind of useless now. All the defenders retreat. It's now not really going to come down to Cav. Cav's going to kind of be useless. It's just going to be 2 choke points. And it's going to come down to pikes, archers, maybe shock infantry as well. Or just really any infantry. Got a lot of stuff looking the wrong way of the defenders. I don't know if this is all part of their cunning plan, just to make fool the attackers. But yeah, we'll fast forward while we wait, I guess. Wait for the attackers to set up. Could be well. They are just taking their time, I guess. Still fighting this unit. Oh my god, they're still fighting both these units over here. We'll go and have a look at these 2 guys fighting out. Look at them. Gondor infantry still fighting on. I love to see it. Again, Marines also still holding on. I mean, well done to them. They're actually fighting crossbows. Why did Isengard throw his crossbows into this? He had a general that's gone up there. That's a better idea. I mean, lets your general wet his sword when he has to eventually go in. But I wouldn't have thrown crossbows in, especially when they have ammo left. Always a risk that they could then break. Pelican Marines aren't too bad in combat. Like they'll do okay. Like this crossbow's got brought down to half strength. Yeah, these Pelican Marines, I bet they've got more kills than they should have, really. This is a bit of a concern, though. This is what I'm concerned about for the defenders. How much artillery the attackers have brought. Rohan, Rohan's gone. I don't know what happened to, like, their general. I think they must have just thrown him in, and, along with everything else, and it's got murdered. I mean, I don't know. Rohan's still got Garrison the Hornburg. Did they just shift everything over? Clearly everyone decided to shift everything over to this one side, and eventually they just broke through. Yeah, Rohan's general's still here. So they got like some archers, an artillery piece, and a general. That's all they're contributing. I mean, Wood and Realm aren't doing much more. They've got some pole arms, a catapult, some archers. So it's kind of similar. I presume Erebor would have had an artillery piece, but it looks like he doesn't. But yeah, so obviously there's going to be a lot of bombardment going on from the attackers. They may be able to snipe out and take out that Imladris artillery, which could be a bit of concern. Well played by the Isengard player here, sticking all of his troops behind a building, making sure like they're not easy to hit for artillery. And it already looks like he's going to set up and ready for an assault. Looks like Uruk-hai infantry going against Gondol's spears is going to be the first bit of action on the second tier attack. I mean, also well done by the Gondor player here. Oh, a general has died. How is that? Oh, Prince Daedrus died going through the gate. He was already through. Why did he go out again? I presume oil must have fallen on him. Like maybe like a defender, because they captured the gate. I presume a defender must have run out the gate. Oil must have gone down, and it killed Daedrus as well as obviously the defenders. Oh, that's just unfortunate. I mean, it's not the end of the world. It'd be worse if it was, say, like Erebor or Isengard. But Rohan's only got artillery and archers really to contribute now, so they're not really going to get into combat. I mean, Garrison the Hornburg might be okay without a general. Anyway, it looks like we're about to see Uruk-hai crossbows set up in front of the Uruk-hai infantry. I mean, we're going to see the siege started off quite fast-paced. Oh yeah, they're going to. I don't know if this was already a great target. They hit a lot though. They killed a lot of those Uruk-hai infantry. That was like a fresh unit. They killed like 30 men in one hit. Didn't look it, but I'm pretty sure they did. They did a lot of damage there. Poor Uruk-hai. But yeah, you're going to see the siege sort of slow down a bit because you're going to see crossbows now coming up, archers coming up. They're going to just whittle down, punish the defenders for just sitting back, really. I mean, they're doing what they have to do, unfortunately. It's just how the siege kind of goes. You just got to pray that the defenders will run out of ammo soon. I mean, also, they have got their own archers. It is a way for the attackers to bait the defenders into using their own precious ammo on archers to silence them rather than to and use it on their things like their pole arms and pikes that yet to come up. I mean, certainly if I was like these enlarged archers, I would not be firing at the crossbows. Crossbows, they're really good. They've got really good armor, and that's just the frustrating thing about them. You need to catch them in combat, and that's kind of hard, obviously in a siege. But yeah, they have really good armor piercing, and they are really, really good, well-armored units as well. So it's kind of hard to shoot them down. They've got no range though. Like they've got range, just less range. So I guess that's kind of their weakness. But in a siege battle, that doesn't really matter either. Certainly not in this scenario. I'm sure in other ones it would. Certainly as a defender, it would matter a little bit more, maybe. These orcs look enthusiastic and ready to go, and they've got no general now, but they still look very happy. The man flesh is on the menu. Still, we've still got well, a bit of Rohan here. Elven flesh is also Elven and Dwarven flesh is also still a thing. Hall Guardians yet to go in. I mean, I can't wait to see these guys go in. We've got a lot of pole arms actually stacked over. We've got Erebor Halberdiers. We've got Hall Guardians. There's a lot of pole arms we stuck here. If there's one artillery hit just went in here, this could cause all sorts of chaos. I mean, I don't think it'd be easy because that's the reason they stuck all of their like special pikes and pole arms there, is because there's a massive rock in the way. There's artillery. Oh, there's 2 artillery pieces. I don't think either are going to be hitting anything. Yeah, Mordor, of course, has one as well. This is the one that nearly got caught. So, I mean, they've actually got 2 artillery pieces. They're not doing too bad. What are they firing at? If they're firing at archers, I wouldn't say just don't waste your time. That was a pretty good hit. They're hitting crossbows, which, I mean, not really when you'll be hitting. You want to be hitting pikes again, or shock infantry, or mainline infantry, maybe. Generals certainly would be very good. Or the artillery. Well, the artillery would be the best scenario. But again, we're going to fast forward because nothing exciting's happening, and I'm kind of waiting just for an assault. But here we go. Looks like actually, just as I say that, looks like Isengard's going to be throwing in some infantry. Oh, a really good hit there on the on Gondor's spears, and yeah, Imladris is having none of it. He's like, you know what? We've messed around too long now. We're going in. He's turning around so we can get the nice side of Attila. There we go. Imladris had enough. He's like, right, we're going in. Our big elven swords need to get some blood on them. There you go. Gondor Spear's going to join the fight. I mean, these Moldorian swords are losing, which is a bit concerning. But yeah, very good at, like, I don't know. It's hard to say. I was about to say very good map awareness and just talk about that, but I'm pretty sure I've already mentioned that. Yeah, good charge coming in here. Or it could be. So I miss the days that 7th Eye could be really good. I mean, I say that. I'm probably very happy that they aren't as great as they used to be, because whenever I faced them, they always did much better against me than I could ever use them for. But yeah, these 7th Eye, I mean, charging Erebor is just doesn't seem to work. Lascar and Archers might be a pretty good choice to charge, though, if you get the chance. This is something that Mordor can't allow to happen, though. It's just let his orc pillagers just stand here and get shot by crossbows. Like these guys don't have armor as it stands. They can't be allowed to just be shot by armor-piercing bolts from Erebor. Like they're just get them out of here. These guys have got low morale as it is. They're not got the greatest. Yeah, these guys can get focused down. Look at this. Look at all the Lascar and Archers will fire so quickly. It's like machine gun fire. I'm sure those orc pillagers, they've seen better days, and they're going to retreat up the slope now. Are the defenders? It's probably a smart idea. I'd have got most of this stuff up the slope, to be honest. It's all well and good defending down here, but if you defend just this one point, you defend just defending one choke point. Currently, they're going to have to defend maybe 1, 2, 3 choke points. I don't think that's really a good idea, not with the numbers that they have. But it is now about 200 man difference. Yeah, kind of concerning that one Urukai infantry, which was pretty, it wasn't beaten up, but it was damaged going in, has managed to beat two units of the defenders there. Also not good to see that these elves are being left here just to probably get shot. And Pike's coming up now. Seems like Isengard's going to just set up a small unit of crossbows as well. Maybe focus down these Gondor swords. I mean, smartly the defenders have got back their pikes. We have two Fountain Guards. Didn't realize they had two. That's a bit more positive, I guess is what I'll say. Erebor Axewarriors down here. They're now fighting off against some Noldorian swords. I imagine the Erebor will win this one because these Noldorian swords are all beaten up. They've already seen so much action. Yeah, they're losing. It's a shame. They're really throwing stuff down here. Like, these Noldorian archers, I mean, just to hold everything up here, just, you might as well. Look at these guardsmen and the ladders so far down. You need to get them back up the hill. Like, they could easily get flanked. They beat, like, when Erebor beats this unit, they can just sneak around here, go around the back of this building. And also, yeah, very much in the open. And right now, Erebor's just going to shoot them point blank range. These guys still have a fair amount of armor, but not that much. They do die pretty quickly. I've seen them get vaporized. This is not good as well. Pikes on this side starting to die. Fountain Guard as well. They're getting focused on with the garrison of the Hornburg. Yeah, that's not a good sign at all. And Magus is going to try and respond. He's going to set up his own archers here. We've got a general that's going to focus. Oh, that's Prince Theodore. Don't care about him. He's dead already. Let's have a volley, elves. Let's have a volley. You going to fire? Your allies are getting murdered down there. Save them. No, they're just going to look around like, guys, are we going to fire? Guys? Everyone's like kind of clueless, like, are we going to fire? Did we get the order? At least they got those pikes back. I mean, how many of them died though? Oh, about 15 died. No reason. Fountain Guard gone as well, reduced. I mean, if I was Gondor, I'd retreat what you have left and get up this slope. What's over here? Scars of Enlargers. Yeah, just stay up there on this slope. Then you can use your archers and other stuff, and you can just be a pain. Like, I know it's more. I'm sure the attackers are really appreciating this because, like, well, this is gonna be an easy win now. But I think for a good game. Look at this guy. He's gonna punch him to death, and he's gonna get stabbed in the chest. Yeah. Rip in peace that Fountain Guard. But it's gonna be a good game either way. I think to make it a really tight one. I think if. And also, since they're outnumbered, they got to remember they are outnumbered, like the defenders. Always been outnumbered. No point have they been with their more troops. They need to also play cheesy. They need to find really hard choke points. I get this general back. Still a guard general. There's a Fountain Guard general down here as well. He's coming up to duel with the Hall Guardians. That will be a fight that will be very interesting because Hall Guardians are a strong pole arm. Fountain Guard going in. I imagine the range of the Fountain Guard is going to allow them to win. Also, these Hall Guardians getting focused down. Look at these guys. Oh my gosh, yeah, they're getting evaporated. Down to 44 already. Yeah, they're not going to stand. Who's shooting them anyway? It's Uruk archers. It was kind of surprising that they're doing so much damage. Wow. I mean, that's a big win for the attackers. Oh, for the defenders, sorry. Not the attackers. The attackers are probably thinking Big L. I mean, Erebor over here trying to push up with some spears. Maybe be able to do it. Shock infantry here. It's seen better days. We've got an Elven King in there as well. And what is going on here? This is a column. A column of Hall Guardians being attacked on either side by Uruk Throng. It's kind of cool. Kind of looks kind of cinematic, but I don't think this is a very good formation for a pole arm. Like a very small, narrow formation. Yeah, I don't think the Elves use their Hall Guardians very effectively. They've managed to rout a lot of Uruk-hai infantry here. And this General of Gondor needs to get back. He's now going out this like passageway. No. No, Gondor, you've done too much. The silence in these garrisons of the Hornburg, though, with some Gondor swords, it's good to see. Got more pikes down here now to deal with the Uruk-hai pikes. Not the worst thing in the world, but again, I think at some point you just have to accept defeat and retreat. If the defenders turn it around now, I'm going to look very silly, but I am pretty sure that if they want to turn it around, they need to think about retreating, not throwing more down here. I mean, this is another fountain guard that's just been committed on it. I don't know. It's hard to say, but that's what I would have said. They've destroyed another artillery piece. That's Rohan's artillery all gone. Got artillery all the way back there. Yeah, they've got a lot of artillery left. I mean, I just shoot the pikes if you're an attacker. And you're looking for something to like go after. Kill pikes. But the small column of the Hall Guardians is dying slowly. '23. In here in this wooded area, there are some dwarves fighting the Uruk Throng. They seem to be doing okay, Uruk Throng. Kind of surprising. Got pole arms coming up now. Where are the Tomb Wardens? They're held in reserve a long way back. Got Errol Halberdiers here. They're coming up. I mean, a good target to shoot now for the archers. What we've got here, we've got Uruk archers all firing on these guys. I mean, it's a good target, like I said. Once this unit starts to lose some armor, it is pretty much done for. It dies quite quickly. That's from experience. There's more pikes coming up. These guards of enlargers, I mean, this is a different one, but guards of enlargers seem to be everywhere. I mean, I think they only brought 2, but they just seem to be everywhere. Guards of the Teeth will be handy to send up as well at some point. They're having to use their pikes just everywhere. The defenders to try and put out fires, and right now it's the turn of the Fountain Guard to try and put out this fire of some dwarves. Some angry, heavily armoured dwarves. And it's going to be a good flanking shot here, you're going to see in a moment. This is going to rip through the Fountain Guard. I'm waiting for the first volley of this. Just watch this near side, this near flank. As the... oh, he's going to desperately look at this. Gondor's going to try and silence them. And he's kind of done it, you know. Fair enough to Gondor. I mean, there's probably other units that are coming up. So, yeah, Archers of the Red Mountain, I'm sure they're going to take over, probably. Just do the same job, but who knows? Well done to Gondor, being aware and seeing that what was about to happen to his troops. Often you just see some places accept it and just die.
Our men have given up and are running for their lives.
And the Elven King's back. Okay, what's he doing here? How and why they're still holding here, I don't know. I mean, yeah, they need to get this general back. This general is in a rough spot. Gondor's generally in a rough spot. I think they overcommitted. Like, they didn't have enough troops to hold all these choke points that they feel like they can hold. They're barely holding on as it is. You've got everyone down here. You've got Gondor, you've got orcs down here still, I think. There were orcs down here. Yeah, Uruk Throng just broke now. They've got some more here. But all three defenders are all defending this one spot. It's nice to see a bit of unity. Oh, and I don't know. I thought they may have pushed up a little bit. I feel like they haven't. The general's already in here. Manchester is losing decisively as well. That's a bad sign. Erebor Halberdiers looking really rough as well. As I said, these guys, once battered up a little bit, they are pretty soft and squishy and easy to kill. You can now see we've got a Tomb Warden being thrown in. And we've got the one barrack guard. Why? I was going to say, why the general didn't got sent in so early, I don't know, but he's already down a lot of men. And we've got lots of pikes and polearms here that are going to try and silence this little push. There you go. It seems like Guards of Teeth are going to scare off them. Mantriclaim is getting hunted down by a Noldorian sword general. So it's general v general over here. I think initially you're going to see a lot of success here for the elves, but that's going to slowly turn in favour of the dwarves, just because that's just how shock works. You get the initial success, and you need to kind of just hope that you've done the damage in that time. Oh, these poor polearms, this Guards of the Teeth. Someone shoot or charge these terrible crossbows. Just silence them. That's Garland archers here. They're trying to sneak through, and they look like they're going to achieve it. They're going to try and get around the back of that polearm. And yeah, the polearms here in a bit of disarray now. It's like, I'm trying to retreat, or I'm getting shot. And they may need to send in some archers of their own here, like some of these Uruk archers or something. Just try and silence these last Garland archers. I don't know. General here for Gondor is now retreating. I don't know why he's been committed over here. Like I said, they should have just held further back. But I mean, the Seventh Sea, they're going to have to do something major here if they want to try and win this one. What are the numbers looking like now? It's now 800 man difference. So after all that hard work that they put in, they can't, I don't know, what's the word, succeed? They can't benefit from it, I guess, was a good way of putting it. Mantriclaims though. I mean, if they killed the general and then all of a sudden the door's routed, that would be huge, but I don't see that happening. The dwarves are kind of similar to the elves. They don't really break when a general dies. I mean, they do, but not if they're like elite units are left. Like, I mean, like dwarven warriors and axe throwers and stuff will break, but tomb wardens, they won't break. General or no general, they're fine for a long time. Well, at least you hope so. They cost a lot, and they got cool, funky, bright gold armor. Who doesn't want a bit of that? There you go. It looks like these Uruk archers here being silenced. No surprise there. And there you go, a Pyrrhic victory. I think everyone just chain routed for the defenders, or at least there was. It seemed to look like there was a lot of a chain route. Let's have a look quickly. Yeah, it looks like most of this stuff just chain routed. It's unfortunate. But yeah, there you go. A Pyrrhic victory for Erebor and their allies. So yeah, this one was a really, really good one. This one was a Replica Riders replay. It was a really, really fun one to check out. And his allies, Karpov, Keen, and USA did all very, very good jobs. I certainly think there was there's work for improvement. I think some of them made a few mistakes here and there, but certainly Mordor shouldn't have thrown away his general so easily. But we'll come on to that in a moment. But yeah, so it was really, really well played by all players. Dwarves will start with, I guess, with their unit kills. 173 for these Dwarven Barrack Guard. Oh my god, this general only getting 41 kills. It's a really bad payoff for that Mansion Claimer. 219 kills for these Axe Warriors here. 315 for this one. Oh, they did well. I mean, some of these did do well against the Gondor swords on the wall. 245 for Spear Guards is very good, but you don't often see them do well. Tomb Wardens got sent in really late, getting 200 kills. Oh boy, they did well. Then you've got the Archers of the Red Mountain here, 155. And then you got the crossbows getting 149. Then we got we've got Karpov playing as Isengard, 169 kills with his Uruk-hai infantry, 234 with this one. Oh boy, very, very good. Iron Storm barely saw any action, get 59 kills. His Berserkers, this one's really, really fresh and has 136 kills. His Pikes, 84 kills, not too bad. And his Crossbows, 103 kills. And we have Keen playing as Wooden Realm. Wooden Realm had a tough game. Seemed to be fighting multiple armies, really. Seemed to be facing a bit of Mordor, a bit of Imladris. 105 kills with his Lasgarden Blades here. 75 kills with Elven King. And then his pole arms did okay, but nothing insane. 158, 101. And yeah, so nothing really else did really well. His Archers, yeah, especially did not do that great. And then we've got a USA who was playing as Rohan. Rohan had also had a hard game. His infantry's not that great, but a lot of axe stains, and they did not do that great. 77, the best one here. His spears, his elite spears. Yeah, look at this. Nothing got really any kills. His Garrets of the Hornburg, 114, 118 here. His Cav, yeah, nothing great. Running a tough game. Then we have Donkeys on, who is playing as Mordor. 114 kills with his Uruk Throng. Woof, that's pretty good. 207 though, this is even better. 246, oh boy. And then you got Guards of the Teeth, 199. They did pretty well. I mean, they got focused down though quite a lot. And one certainly got sent in far too early, I felt. 129 kills with Uruk Archers, 111 with these ones. So yeah, did okay. 298. The 7th of the Eye did very well actually. Like I said, throwing this general in so early, bit of a bad mistake. 114 with the Onager. And then we've got Duke of Nolo playing as Gondor. 101 kills with the Citadel Guard. 144 with his swords. Here's the best one. Some of these did really badly, unfortunately. I think they were facing the dwarves. They did not have a fun time. Yeah, Citadel Guard as well. I mean, they just did not pay off. All the Found Guard. Wow. Gondor kind of wasted a lot of stuff. His archers did well. 115 kills. I think they were mainly shooting dwarves. You got to think about that. And the Pelican Marines were the best, 125. They did very well. Then LP24 within Ladris did very, very well. He's probably the best of the defenders, to be honest. 280 kills with his Noldorian swords. 230 here with another. Pikes 127. This one's not so great. Noldorian archers 117, 133. 145 and 120 with Zonager. So some pretty good kills there. But there you go, guys. I hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, do remember to leave a like, a subscribe from around here, and a comment to show your support. And until next time, I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.